In this video, I will briefly explain important design principles in technical writing. These principles are utilitarian and should be used as guidelines when creating a technical document of your own. It is important to know at the beginning that these principles have a fair amount of leeway and will not hinder your creativity or force you into making a cookie-cutter document. The principles presented in this video will make your technical document easier for your audience to follow and aid you, the creator, in creating organized and presentable material, and will, of course, make your technical document much more pleasing to look at. Balance in a document requires that visual elements are balanced either symmetrically, asymmetrically, or radially across a page. To do this, you draw an imaginary line vertically or horizontally across the document. PowerPoint has a very helpful interface for aiding in creating a balanced document. As we can see from these screenshots, balance is used not only in technical document design, but it's also utilized in art, architecture, as well as photography. Alignment in a technical document refers to the position of text and images that group related information together in a pleasing and easy to read format. The alignment of graphics and text influences the way our eyes move within the document. The picture says it all. The misaligned text creates a focal point. In this side-by-side comparison, the misaligned boxes on the left are quite jarring to look at, even though the background shape, color, and orientation of both examples are the same. Grouping in a technical document is having both the text and images focus on the same information. The term grouping can refer to unity and harmony in and between related text and images, while also referring to proximity or how far away information is displayed from other objects. The goal is to achieve cohesion between all the text and images that are being presented. In this image, we can see an example of good and bad harmony with simple shapes. This previous image shows how proximity can take a jumbled and confusing mess and turn it into something neat and professional. Lastly, we see the logo for NBC, which is a great example of unity. Consistency is a technique used in preparing a technical document that is used to emphasize the main points of the presentation. It's somewhat contrary to techniques used in creative writing where diverse descriptions are used to emphasize detail. Consistency in a technical document uses the same speech patterns, vocabulary, color, and image style to drive home the main points within the document and to keep it nice and easier to follow. You also need to choose an appropriate typeface and keep that family throughout the document. If your document is not consistent, you will lose your audience and potentially a lot of business. Here are some hilarious examples of bad consistency in web design. As you can see, navigating these pages must be a nightmare. This image shows good consistency across different mediums. As you can see, they all hold up very well. Contrast in technical writing is varying the text and image, font, size, and color to emphasize different parts of the document, as well as making it more pleasing to read. The contrasting element should be dramatic, but not garish. Contrasting elements should also translate to a black and white document. This image that you see on the screen now is extreme, but it's a good example of good and bad contrast. Many people make purchasing decisions based on color. Red is a stimulating color and blue is a relaxing color. Which one of these Coke logos looks best?